Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, and it is finally the day. It is finally that time. We get to finally learn about the Nintendo Switch 2 officially from Nintendo. We've had loads of just, supposed leaks, or we've had a lot of rumors and hearsay, and I've largely just sort of stayed away from a lot of that. Like I've caught a few things in passing that theoretically might be in the new system or games or whatever, but all we've really known so far, we had that short little teaser thing a couple months ago where they showed that few seconds of Mario Kart footage and a little bit about oh, it's a little bigger screen. We got the new Joy-Cons, and like I did a video for that when that video happened. But now it is April 2nd, 2025, and we finally get to figure out what's going to happen. So I have YouTube up here. It pained me to do it, but I had a lot of work to do this morning. So I had to avoid social media and watching the direct live, but it is archived. I see Nintendo's. I have all I got to do is click this link and we'll pop right in, and we're gonna kind of do a live watch and react and things. Final speculation. Like I said, I know we're gonna have. There's been a lot of talk about the larger screen, but is it going to be LCD or OLED? The Joy-Cons, there's been talk about having the mouse functionality. Is that going to be a thing? This new mysterious button that we don't know what it does, something like a C button or something. Other than Mario Kart, are we going to get a 3D Mario game? What other launch games are going to be there? I would like to know more about like any sort of new online perks. We already found out about the with the Nintendo Direct we had last week that I didn't stream live. For the original Switch, they did announce this sort of um, virtual cartridge or virtual cart where even for digital games, they're basically revamping the way their digital games are represented, and you can share them between two Switches in a family, or you can lend them out for up to 2 weeks um, to other friends and family, and then they just automatically revert back to you. I don't know how smoothly or how well that's going to work, but in theory, that does help a lot with you want to be able to have two people in the same family play the same game. Um, Not sure if the Switch 2 is going to expand on that anymore. They did say that the Nintendo Switch games, a lot of them would be backward compatible on the Switch 2. And again, I suspect that it's going to be more of the weird, like, weird peripheral games and stuff that may not work. But a lot of I would have to imagine that a lot of your regular Switch games would probably be compatible. Um, but we'll just have to see. Any like as far as what I want to see, again, I would love to see a 3D Mario, something like a Mario Galaxy type of thing. That would be great, or not Galaxy, Mario Odyssey. I loved me some Mario Odyssey. Are they gonna have like are they gonna pull like a Mario Kart 8 where they had the Wii U version and then they re-release like a deluxe version for the Switch? Or are they going to take original Switch games, maybe some of the ones that especially toward the end of the system's life cycle, where they didn't maybe run at the best frame rate because it's such old hardware? Maybe you'll be able to run the old games at better resolution or frame rate. Maybe will they have like a Switch 2 version where you have to basically pay so much to you pay for the Switch 2 upgrade, and then it will be like an enhanced version, or you can buy the Switch 2 version if you don't already own the game. I don't know if that'll be a thing. Um, but the other thing that I'm just sort of curious about is, even past launch, the whole gaming industry is kind of a dumpster fire right now, because especially the AAA industry, where you have all these companies that are making these like 5-6 year development cycle games that cost bajillions of dollars. And even, if the Switch the Switch 2, if it's, even if it's like about the, you have the docked and the portable mode just like you do the original, even if you're looking at specs wise, maybe a PS4, PS4 Pro, like even if it's not on the PS5, Xbox Series level, being that little generation behind is not really a bad thing because games can still look really, really good. And if it's somewhere in the, if it has some sort of up-resing thing and everything to make people happy for 4K or what have you, if the industry, I would love to see the industry not focus so much on graphics. Because again, look at what Nintendo can pull off with 2017 hardware when it wasn't new when that to begin with. Like what they did with a lot of the first party games, Splatoon, the Zelda games, Mario Odyssey. Some of those just look like Mario Odyssey looks fantastic. Given another generation or two up on hardware, who knows how cool things will look. So, focus on the game again. There's so much of the AAA industry it's all about the maximum pretty colors and the maximum bend over monetization. How about just making, you can still have a AAA type of game that doesn't take so damn long to create and it still looks good, and as long as it plays well, it's stable, it doesn't crash, it doesn't monetize you to death, and it's fun, then why not? I would love to see that sort of mindset change. Back in the PS2 GameCube days, you had all kinds of games. You had the big AAA, you had the really tiny games, indie games, but then you had this whole AA. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. They didn't have the pure whiz-bang features of your biggest AAA games, but they were just as fun, if not more so, than those. So those are the kind of things I'm curious about. I want to know more about. Are there going to be some surprises? But enough babble. We're going to get right into the Nintendo Direct here because I'm just as curious as you are. The one final thing that I will say, I did do a minor bit of cheating. I didn't watch anything, but after I knew the Direct was over, and I was hoping that Nintendo's Switch 2 website was live. I had a few minutes to kill before my next appointment. I did do a little searching to see if there was any mention, because I don't, who knows if they'll mention it in their Direct, but I want to, again, the thing that we all want to know is this new system going to have accessibility features? And I may have discovered a little tiny something, but we're going to watch this presentation and we will wrap up with that. So I'm going to just tease you a little bit there. Let's go ahead and let's watch this beast, shall we?
Yourself and more. And there's this.
What?
By connecting this camera to the system.
Why? Oh. Okay, maybe just because I was sitting there. Why did it start in the middle? Okay, here we go. Something about a camera. So, okay, that's interesting. But here we go. The Switch 2 Direct. We got a bunch of shapes forming together. Now, I don't know if this is... Okay, it's just going to say Nintendo. Okay. Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Switch 2. Oh, okay, we're starting out right out with a game. Ah, let's see. Oh, okay. Mario Kart. Interesting music. Holy crap. Yeah, there's a lot of dudes. Oh, I love Mario Kart. One of the best sound games. Got Yoshi on a motorcycle. Yeah, we got all of our specialty carts. Jumping some ramps. A lot of different environments. Snow, desert. I mean, everything's are just happening way too fast. Bowser. Wario. Wait, what the hell? What was that? It sounded like they were jumping from like wall to wall. What was happening there? Okay, Bullet Bill. Power up, yep. Showing a lot of the power-ups. Motorcycles. And it's not actual race footage, it's, you know, almost like a replay footage, so you're getting all these camera angles, but... Oh, Mario Kart World. Okay. Mario Kart World, you say?
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
If I had to guess, open world, because that's what everything is nowadays.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world.
Oh, good lord, yes
Kart
it
races
is.
are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere
Oh,
will
weather
change.
conditions. Okay. Oh, there's so many
in this
guys.
Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Oh.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
And of course, you see there's empty stuff
But
on the
don't
right
sleep
there,
at the
so...
wheel. You'll also drive
sure
to the
there'll be
next course
DLC.
as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race,
Oh.
the most in series history, the competition is
Yeah, I
gearing
think,
up.
what are they up to, like 8 or 12 at max? On Mario Kart 8, I
Introducing
forget.
Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Okay, like an endurance run, basically. Cannonball run it.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Ah.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line? You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
Okay. I wonder if
By
there'll be
going
like
off-road,
hidden
you can
secrets to
explore
find
new areas and
for
routes.
unlockables
So
in that
drive
mode.
wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends
Okay.
and even take photos together at different locations.
Okay. Don't really care about that, but
A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
oh, okay, so it is a
More
launch
details
game.
about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
So I'm going to pause it just for a second. The thing that I worry about with this open world, again, you get something like Burnout, Burnout Paradise, or other games. When you're in one of these races, like, yes, you can go off-road or whatever, but like, how good do they have, how well is the guidance? Like, are there multiple routes that you can take? Is like, oh, if I go off-road here and I go to this other track here, like, how easy is it going to be for a low vision user? Am I going to have to look at a mini map? in order to know where to go, or can I like, can you follow are you supposed to mainly follow a track? It looks really cool, but I have some reservations just on like, especially with the speed and all the power-ups happening and everything, the chaos. How is that going to play out? I will definitely want to tune into the Direct.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
All right, so they're not
We'll
saying
share
a
more
date
details
yet.
in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
They better tell us a date.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay? Yeah.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
Uh-huh. Everyone's speculating on
Let's
that.
take a look at some new experiences it offers.
Okay. No idea. I like the new little Switch 2 snap thingy. Okay.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
Together.
That was you.
Together.
So quick.
Oh, some kind of social thing?
Wait, no.
All together.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Welcome to 2006.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi.
Finally decent voice
With this
chat.
feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow?
Okay.
Yeah, follow me.
Okay.
For an adventure.
While using the Game Chat feature,
There would be a lot
your
more
voice is
cussing during
recognized
our
by a
Mario Kart
microphone built into the
sessions.
system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So,
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
look at this. Jump on here. All right, let's keep going. Come on. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a?
We'll see.
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful.
We'll see.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn
Okay.
on game screen sharing,
Good job. Good job. There we go. There we go.
you can also share your game screen.
Did you see
Oh,
something
that's
go on top of
cool.
that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it.
I like that.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh shoot.
So I could show somebody a game that they don't have yet, and like try to convince them to buy it.
Oh no.
That would be cool.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you don't have to be okay. Cool.
Oh wow.
So it's like a
I'm
party
in the sky
system,
right here.
like the party
Nice. Oh, I'm falling,
Xbox
Okay,
party
we got it. We're
chat.
safe, we're safe.
Kirby, look, you're a star. That's so cute. So cute.
You can adjust the size of your game screen,
Pikmin.
Guys, I
Oh.
lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above.
Okay,
above that,
I like that. So you,
left.
I wonder if you, so you almost like you have a
It's like the
picture-in-picture
wall, like,
type of
past the
thing.
wall.
this is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Okay.
It's like Zoom for Nintendo
So
Switch.
everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait. Okay, I think we have to try that.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay! Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah?
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and
Ah.
easily mute yourself and more.
Yeah, mute.
And
Okay.
there's this.
Oh,
By
this is what they were
connecting this
talking
camera
about.
to the system,
Camera.
Hey.
Hey,
That
what's
this really
up,
is like Zoom for the
Noah?
Switch 2.
Yo, Nick.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
There you go.
Oh, okay, so you got the people on the bottom, and then you're okay.
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Oh, instead of your name, they have your little camera thingy, your little circle next to the cart. Or to the... Okay.
Using Game Chat.
That's smart,
Even when
actually.
you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together, or
That's actually
compete in
really
online
smart.
multiplayer games.
Splatoon.
Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own
Little
rules
Super Mario
for a retro
World.
game competition. Or hold a sports
Wii
competition
Sports?
between families.
Or Switch Sports, I should say.
All together, anytime, anywhere. Game Chat.
Huh. That's actually... I wonder if you still have to use
What did you
friend
think?
codes, or if you can...
In developing Game Chat, our goal was for
They
you
made
to
it better?
enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
That's pretty smart, actually.
The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera,
It's like a little camera on a
which will be
stand,
available
almost like
on
the
the same
Oculus
day
camera.
as Switch 2.
Ah. So it's optional.
A
I
Nintendo
probably don't
Switch
care
Online
about the
membership
camera.
will be required to use Game Chat.
Okay.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
Ah.
We hope you'll try it out.
That's how they get you.
Additionally,
Okay.
Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
I mean, this being a really family-friendly
We'd like to
company, that's
introduce
actually
another
really
new
smart.
experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share. As shown
Oh.
here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With
Oh,
Game Share,
nice.
you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. Game
So,
Share
like, if a
also
friend
supports
came down
online
and I wanted to
with
play
other Switch 2
multiplayer with
systems.
them
And
for a
you
game
can
they
use it
didn't
with friends
own,
via Game Chat, which we showed earlier.
I could still do that.
Game
That's...
Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch.
Oh, Clubhouse Games is actually really good.
Game
I
Share
put a lot
support
of time
is
into
also
that.
planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Huh.
Up next,
Okay.
we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Fair enough.
Please take a look.
Okay.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's
Yay
how
for
that
low
compares to
vision.
Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
That is a pretty good amount bigger.
With
I like it.
approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Little pixelated Mario, and now he's okay. That's cool.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in
Mhm.
supported titles.
That's cool. Is it LCD? Oh no! Literally, I say
The
it.
LCD
and-
screen is more
Man.
vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
Why? I want OLED.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers
Damn you,
connect
Nintendo.
magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach a controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Oh, okay.
The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
So I wonder if they have those little, like those
left
little
and right
rail
sticks
add-on
are
things
now
that the
larger.
Switch 1 had, or if it'll just be better and you don't have to use those.
Each Joy-Con
Mouse
2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the
Okay.
left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
Huh.
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
Okay.
It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
That's good.
It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
Well, we'll see how good it is. Through 3D
Even if you
audio.
don't have a surround sound system, games can be
Headphones?
enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Okay, that sounded pretty cool, even on headphones.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
Thank God they learned
You
from
can
that
move it
original
freely,
Switch,
like
because
this.
that kickstand sucked.
In addition to the USB-C
OLED
port
one was
found on the
fine.
bottom of the system, there's one on top as well. It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Okay, makes sense.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch.
That's
for
cool,
storing your
but
game
that's still
downloads,
really small.
Save data, and more.
That's still
Reading and
really
writing
small.
data is also faster. Use the Nintendo
dock.
Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution
Oh,
for compatible games.
okay.
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
Okay, HDR for handheld and TV. Yeah, so this seems like a fairly decently spec'd machine. I wonder what the
The
battery
Nintendo
life
Switch 2
is.
dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose with going up to 4K, they need that.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and
Fair.
digital games are supported.
Yeah, they talked about that at the last Direct last week. Okay, they got that little holder thingy for the Joy-Cons. Again, very similar. I hope they're more comfortable.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch.
Why did they go back to
We
LCD
redesigned the
though?
system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to
Just
help
start with
players
OLED.
better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself.
Okay, what
This
the
is
hell?
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
I'm standing over here.
Nah.
Okay, everyone, join me inside the
Walking
game.
around on the Joy-Con.
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach.
Huh. All right. Interesting to see how
Through
secure those
examining
are.
signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
Huh, overhead mini golf. Okay.
By combining the mouse controls and
That could be kinda
gyroscopes,
fun.
things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover
Ooh,
even as
ooh.
you're playing mini-games and tech
Dodging a
demos.
bunch of spikes.
Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There
It
are
looks
plenty.
gimmicky, but I'm sure Nintendo will find a way to make it fun.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Paid?
So please check it out if you're
Did
interested.
they say paid?
On the same day. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
No.
So please check it
That
out
should
if
be
you're
a
interested.
freebie. That should be a freaking pack.
Now, I'd like to share
It better
some more
not cost
information
very
regarding
much.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Paid?
This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Huh.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage.
Okay.
Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
Right.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Even for backwards
Additionally,
compatible
to
games?
transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro Controller. It has a
Okay.
C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls. In addition, an audio jack has been added.
Oh, that's
We've
convenient.
introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
Wait, sorry, I kind of zoned out. What did he say?
We go on the website, where the three of us live. And after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live.
Yeah.
There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website,
Ah,
where the three
article,
of us will
okay.
talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
Ooh. Will you tell me how
Nintendo
much?
Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Ooh.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you
Happy
all get to
birthday to me,
experience it,
not
so
on my
please
birthday,
wait
but-
just a bit longer.
I could use it as an excuse to buy it for my birthday.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play three
June
types of
5th.
games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type.
Oh, what's
Some
this?
games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play
okay.
on Switch 2, and more.
Sure. Okay. I
Now,
remember when I
I'd
was
like to show you the Nintendo Switch
suspecting
2
that
edition
earlier.
of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Ugh,
Please take
I'm
a
not a
look.
big Mario Party fan, but a lot of the
Super
mini games
Mario
are hard
Party
to see.
Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
Okay.
audio recognition,
Huh.
more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
So what you're saying is we're going to
Let's
get a
check out
WarioWare
three
game
new
too
and
eventually.
updated modes.
That's going to use this
First
stuff.
up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice, and compete
Okay.
in other mini games using full body movement and sound. Finally,
Okay, so they're
take a
going-
ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster.
So they're going
With the
full
safety
Connect
bar
with
lowered and
this.
secured, you're off.
Weird. I wonder what the field of view
Use
for
mouse
that camera is
controls
going to
shoot
be
down
then.
enemies while you feel the
Because if
bumps
they
and
say
rumbles
you're going to
of
be
the
able to do
coaster.
4 people with 1 camera in a room,
When you
How's
enter a
that gonna
pipe,
work?
a mini game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2 July
Jamboree
24th.
TV. Okay.
Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
So, but how much is that going to be?
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each
I
other's
hope they don't
reactions
charge
while
very
playing.
much for these upgrades.
Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo
No more
Switch
than
2
10.
Edition games.
Okay, Zelda.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced
That
resolution and
makes
frame rates,
sense.
and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Yeah, probably better frame rates, especially for Tears of the Kingdom.
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
Oh, what's this?
This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed
weird.
north.
Oh, I wonder if that's real time and
You
it
can share
voice
your
guides
creations
you.
using QR codes and send them to
I
another
wonder if that
player
would
to
add any
create
sort
in
of
their
blind layer of blind accessibility. You're still probably not going to have menu narration for all the menus and that, but
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
I'd like to see the I'd like to see the execution of this. I want to like these games.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
Ooh. I never beat Forgotten Land, but I got
This story takes
few
place in the
worlds
Forgotten
in.
Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some
It's a fun
mysterious
game.
changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
Huh, okay, well at least you get like more content. That's
Metroid
That's
Prime
good.
4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
I knew they would. Holy shit, that looks good.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
Damn.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second.
Yeah, gimme. I
Choose
don't
from
care
these
about
two
4K.
modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle.
Damn.
Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
Yeah, they covered this game on the
By
earlier
taking advantage
direct.
of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
Okay. I want my Wind
And
Waker
if you already own the
HD.
Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay,
We hope
so
you're
I
looking forward to these Nintendo
I
Switch 2
do
edition
own
games.
a digital Tears of the Kingdom.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
Sliding them up and down. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, it's like a... 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 Oh, it's like a Oh, weird. It's like some sort of Rocket League sports ball game thing. Dragon Drive? Dragon Drive. Huh. I wonder if you have to play with mouse controls, or can you play with analog too? Okay, so it's like, yeah, it's basketball with, it's almost like wheelchair basketball, kinda. Wheelchair basketball meets Rocket League. I mean, I'm intrigued. It looks, yeah, so you're going up ramps. 2025, summer 2025, okay.
In Dragon Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
That's interesting.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you.
No idea what this is. Some
I have no doubt you will
RPG?
become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Oh, Elden Ring. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Okay. A game I suck
I'm
at.
Greg Kasavin
so...
from Supergiant Games. Here to
Hey,
say
I know
that Hades
him.
2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish
I already
the
own
sinister
the PC
Titan of Time.
version, early
You'll
access,
battle
but
beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not.
I'm looking
Look for
forward
more
to
about
this.
Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。
Capcom.
我々がお届けするタイトルはストリート
Sorry,
ファイタ
dude, I
ー
can't
6です。
understand Japanese. They're
本
not
体と持ち
dubbed.
寄っての対戦はもちろん、
So what is
任天堂スイッチ
this?
2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは
Oh,
通
is
常
this
版
Street
の他に
Fighter
総勢
6?
26キャラクターを収録したイヤーズ
Or-
1、2ファイターズエディションの2バージョンを、さらにゲームと連動する
Yeah,
ア
it's
ミーボと
Street
アミ
Fighter,
ーボ
okay.
カードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Okay, that's cool.
Initiating arsenal boot
That's not
sequence.
surprising.
Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing
Okay.
data link with spine. Normal.
Some kind of anime power
Commencing
armor
launch.
thing.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for
I like
sale.
how it's all voice acted. Fair bit of gameplay. Third person.
This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom. The Trinitas.
No idea what this
has almost
is.
completed a weapon that was created
It
to
looks fast
destroy
and
all
fun though.
humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
Anime melodrama.
Bring hope to our
Oh,
lives.
Demon Ex Machina. Okay. Is that a new game or is that a
Hey, this
remaster?
is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2.
Ah, this just
The
came
game
out
is a
on
story about friendship.
a lot of the other
You play as
platforms, and
Mio,
it's
who
getting
writes
good
sci-fi,
reviews.
and Zoe, who writes fantasy.
It's an actual
Together,
co-op
they get
game.
trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this: if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one. Trust me.
Yeah, I've heard really
course,
good things
you'll be
about
able to
this,
play
but you
Split
have to
Fiction
play
on
it.
the
You
day
have to play it
Switch 2
co-op.
launches.
You can't play it alone.
At EA Sports,
We're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
I don't like Madden. I want other sports. I want other football games.
We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
With enhanced graphics and seamless world
that would make
transitions,
sense.
You'll be immersed in the Wizarding World like never before.
I really like this
and the
game
new mouse
on
controls
PC.
on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the
I didn't do all the side quests, but I did finish the story.
Discover the enhanced magic.
I
when
played the
Hogwarts
hell
Legacy
out of this
launches
like
on
the
same
first
day
month or two
as
it came
Switch 2.
out. That's cool.
Is that mic supposed to be on?
Tony Hawk 3 and 4. Now we're talking. I'm gonna play the PC version because I can play it on PC and Steam Deck, but if it goes on sale, I might double dip on the Switch too. You never know. Oh, I love Tony Hawk 3, and I know that they said actually did confirm they had this sort of open world thing in Tony Hawk 4, and you would like skate up to people and get objectives, but they're ditching that. And they're going with the 2-minute timer style for Tony Hawk 4, which I'm okay with actually because.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's in July.
We're bringing our flagship title, Hitman: World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
As the best
I
assassin
suck
in the
at
trade,
these games,
Agent
but I
47 does
really
everything
admire
he
them
can
for what
to
they are.
accomplish his
They're
mission.
fun to watch.
And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2.
Okay, okay, another good launch game.
Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Oh. Whoa, wait a minute. Is that what I think it is? Oh shit, are we getting a Bond? Is this? Oh, it is Bond. Ooh. That's right, they're making that. They the ones making...
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to
Yeah, that's right, they're the ones that's making... I was thinking it was Bethesda. But yeah, okay, so the upcoming Bond game is also coming to Switch 2. That's cool.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition.
Turn-based RPGs.
Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles.
Yeah, not really my jam, but
customized
hey, if you're into it,
build
cool.
out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements.
Okay.
And all new minigames with unique ways to play.
Kind of your anime
presents the
RPG.
classic fantasy RPG.
Eh.
Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ光の場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪
Some of the series is dubbed and some isn't, and even the couple of games I tried that were dubbed, it was hard to know where to go. They had these like sneaking stealth missions and things that were really hard to follow in the open world, which sucks because I want... They basically build on what Shenmue was, and I love
We'll have more games to show
Shenmue.
from our publishing and development partners. But for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Okay, what do we get? I'm glad they keep that sound. I really like that. Oh. Koei Tecmo. Is this going to be higher? Okay, this is going to be another Hyrule Warriors, I think.
Who descended from the
I bet.
heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who
Yep.
dwelled on the surface.
Hylians.
Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
I want to like these games, but again, they don't do a good job of telling you, like, pointing the way which way to go. You got to look at this stupid-ass mini-map. Because I played a little bit of the one on the
One which
Switch.
future generations would call
But it's like, if you don't get to certain objectives in a certain amount of time, you fail the mission, and it's just...
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then
See, I like that there's voice acting in
this
this.
really is the past.
I wish they would do that for their main Zelda games. Link doesn't have to talk, but everybody else should, and not just cutscenes. I'm tired of playing Zelda in mime mode, both for immersion and accessibility. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. There's particles everywhere. I like the... It's kind of got like a cel-shaded look to it. Or, well, I don't know if I call it cel-shaded, but it's... Yep, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Okay. No date on that. Oh, wait. Oh, coming this winter. Okay.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games, with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
Could be interesting.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
As expected.
And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
Oh.
Please take a look at this.
Okay. Oh, they've been rumoring this forever, even on the old
Nintendo
Switch.
Switch Online Plus expansion pack
GameCube.
will be getting a new
I love that
classic
logo.
game library exclusive
I love
to
the
Nintendo
GameCube
Switch
logo.
2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are
Yep.
the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a
Ooh.
cartoon come to life through cell shading.
But if it's the original version, I wish it was the HD enhanced
Link sets sail
version.
on an adventure across the
That's
Great
what I
Sea.
want.
The Legend of Zelda, The Wind
Because they
Waker.
cleaned up that Tingle
Transcending
tuner
history
crap
and
at the
world.
end.
A tale of souls and swords.
Soul
eternally
Calibur
retold.
2 with Link.
This
Hell
3D
yeah.
Weapons-based fighting game. Each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon, and Link from the Legend of Zelda series
Hell
enters
yeah.
the fray. Soul Calibur 2.
All,
Experience a
ooh,
world of
F-Zero
light knuckle racing
GX.
at speeds over 2,000 kilometers
This
per
game
hour.
looked
30
amazing, but it
machines
was
will put it
fucking
all on the
hard.
line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization
I
and
love
story
this
modes,
game, but
get
I'm
ready to
terrible. The
experience
story mode was so
F-Zero
hard.
GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
Okay.
Enjoy
Interesting.
these classic games with clearer image quality and higher
Oh,
resolution
I
than
want
the
to play
original
Wind
releases.
Waker again.
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
Oh, good.
More titles will be added in the future.
Wait, okay, what do we
More
get
titles
here?
will be added.
Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem, Pokemon nonsense. What is this one? Super Mario Strikers. Luigi's Mansion. Wait. Luigi's Mansion.
Nintendo GameCube.
Give me
Nintendo
Eternal
Classics,
Darkness.
The Switch 2 exclusive game library coming
I'd
to
love
Nintendo
for
Switch
Halloween if
Online
they-
Plus
if
expansion
they put-
pack launches the same day as the hardware's release.
Oh, nice. Okay. So we
And
get.
a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube
Of
controller
course.
will also be released. It can connect wirelessly. And
I wonder if
also has
Smash
a C
Melee
button
will be part
to
of
quickly
it.
access Game Chat.
I want Eternal
The
Darkness.
Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube.
Yeah, Wind Waker's
Nintendo
really
Classics.
good.
Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems
Yeah.
shown here on Nintendo
Game Boy
Switch 2.
Advance, N64, Genesis,
Okay,
NES,
let's see
Game
some
Boy.
more games from our publishing and development partners.
Okay. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is this the font was so really weird, hard to read. I know what this is, I think. I can't think of the name, but the font was so weird that... I can't think of the... Yeah, okay. Deltarune, okay.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4,
okay,
our
Borderlands.
upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2.
I like the first one or two, but they kind of got a little old
your way through a
and...
world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious
If I got this, I'd probably get it on
made.
PC just because it's a first-person shooter.
2025.
But it's cool that it's coming to the Switch too.
And there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Ah.
In Civ 7, you'll
Oh, the
establish
mouse
an
mode will
empire,
be really
guide
good
your
for this, I
people
bet.
throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls,
Yep.
players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience.
Oh, that is
Civ
way
7
too much
launches on
UI.
the same day
I
as
don't
Switch
even
2.
want to play this on the PC.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Yeah, I wish they would tell us how
And
much
we have
those are going to be,
even
those
more news from
upgrades.
2K.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
Meh.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
Don't really care about either one that much, but...
Four kids find this old tattered map. Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm.
Kind of a storybook look, whatever this is.
Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
Huh. It's like a pop-up book, kind of.
Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
No idea what this is.
Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail. This time, for home.
Huh. Okay. Something I didn't get to read that. Something survival kids or something like that.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Oh.
Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel.
Yeah,
Now
I've
reloaded
always
in a new 3D art style.
meant to get around to the
You
first
can expect some
game,
fan favorite elements to return.
but
We're
I
still
just
working on
haven't
the
yet.
game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
It is definitely bullet hell, though. What is this? What in the world is this? I have no idea. Some sort of, was it an action RPG thing or something? I don't know what this is. Star Seeker coming 2026. Okay.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world
That's
action-adventure RPG
actually
set
interesting.
in Wraith.
I wonder what that's
Thanks
going to
to
look like
Nintendo
on the Switch,
Switch 2, you can
because
transport yourself to the city of
I know they
James
really
Bond or
upgraded
on the
it
go.
after their
Get ready
major
to meet
update,
unforgettable
but
characters and discover engaging stories when
I
Cyberpunk
think-
2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
oh wow, okay, it's a launch game
こんにちは。
too.
スクエアエニックスの浜口です。任天堂スイッチ2でファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。
With the more action-based combat, I sort of want to check this out eventually, but I just don't know when I'm going to have time to play a game like this. I mean, I already have tons of games on my hard drive on my computer that I can't find time to play. Okay, looks like a sizzle reel. Ooh, I don't know what that... So... Got some action, some platformers, some... Yeah, they're going so fast. It'd be really nice if they would do audio description for these Nintendo Directs. Sure, it's a lot of stuff that's out on other platforms, maybe, but... Kind of your indie game sizzle reel, it looks like. Something, a puzzle bobble thing or whatever. Yeah, they're just so fast. I'm not sure what most of these games are. Trying to see if there's anything I recognize. A racing game of some sort. Oh, what is that? I wonder what that racing game is. I'll have to pause and look at this later, look at more of the announcements. It's another RPG or something, looks like. Not sure. Yeah. I mean, they pop up the name, I think, in the lower corner, but again, everything moves so fast. Wait, was that? Hold on. Arcade. Oh, it is a Ridge Racer. I thought it looked Ridge Racer-y just by the style of it there. Okay, well, there's your sizzle reel.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
Okay, so they didn't say it was our last game, but last from our partners. What's this going to be? Okay. Yep, grab your hands, yep.
I give you my blood.
I have no idea what this is.
I give you my life. Turn a wheel and transport him to a night of moonlight.
Okay.
To humanity's very dusk.
I have no clue what this is supposed to be. Is it an RPG? Is it a action game? You got some lady dying. The hand kind of just going limp there. Oh, it's a From Software joint. Okay. Well, that sort of tells me a little bit more about what this sort of could be. Bloodborne! No. I'm trying to remember if From Software, if they announced anything like at the Game Awards, or you know, of course they have all the Elden Ring stuff, and they already said that earlier, but Nothing in the way of gameplay, really. I mean, see, I kind of hate these trailers because they don't. I want to see gameplay. Okay, this might be gameplay clips. Yeah. Well, no, not really.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon-to-depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
I mean, you can kind of probably infer what type of game this is going to be because it's from Software, some kind of third-person, hard-as-balls game, whether it's open world or linear, I don't know, but okay, there might be a couple tiny snippets of gameplay, but...
And one alone.
Eh. Okay. Dusk Bloods. Again, without much gameplay, there's not much to go on. I mean, I've tried one or two From Software games, and I'm terrible at them, so... 2026. That's a ways out anyways.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director,
I'm sure, like, especially people
share
who
more
love
details about the game,
those games
so
will
please
love
check it out
that,
when it's
but
available.
it's not doing a lot for me at the moment.
That's all from our publishing and development partners. We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation.
No Mario. There's got to be a Mario, right?
In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
You gotta have a Mario. We talked about Zelda.
We'll showcase more games in the future,
the
so we
Zelda
hope you're looking forward to it.
upgrades, but...
Next, please take a look at this.
There's gotta be a Mario, right? 3D Mario? You'd hope? The hell? Little star thingy swooping around. Oh, is this a Oh, it is. I think it's a Kirby thing. Yep. Okay, it's Kirby. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say no gameplay yet. What the hell is this? Looks like some Kirby racing game? Kirby Air Ride. Oh, that was... I never played it, but wasn't it like a N64 or GameCube game or something? $20.25. Okay, well, it's this year.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game.
Huh.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Air Riders, okay.
Next is our last trailer for today.
Huh.
Please take a look.
I don't know, the Kirby thing might be okay, but I don't know. It's gotta be Mario. We gotta end on something huge. Okay. Some environments. Some 3D environments. Some grassy plains. A little moon in the sky. There's got to be some kind of 3D thing. Oh. Oh shit! Wait, that is Donkey Kong. Oh dude, oh, we're going 3D Donkey Kong. This actually looks really good. As long as you don't have to collect 14,000 things like Donkey Kong 64. Hell yeah, rip up the ground, beat the living hell out of things. Ooh. I like where this is going. It's like platformer but combat. Like, looks like a lot of environmental destruction. Ooh, this looks cool. Yep. Okay, ground pound. There we go. Ooh, this looks good. Oh, Donkey Kong Country thing going on there. We got to get another DK rap, don't we, though? Come on. And if you're too young to remember the DK rap, trust me, look up the DK rap. I don't like rap, but that was really catchy and funny for Donkey Kong 64. Damn, this looks insane. Boom. Ho ho. Donkey Kong Bonanza. 7/17. Oh. Nice.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong called Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Ooh.
With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground,
hell yeah,
and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world.
That looks
More
cool.
details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Okay, I'll take that
Thank
in
you for
place of a
watching so
Mario.
far.
Really surprised there's no Mario though. I mean, I guess
To
we got
recap,
Mario Kart, but
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch.
Oh.
We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World.
okay. How much?
For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
Oi. Give me a price.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
No
You'll have
accessibility
to wait
news.
just a bit longer for launch. We are very much
But
looking
June,
forward to
that's not
everyone
far.
being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
I wonder if they're waiting for a price because of all this tariffs bullshit going on right now. Because they probably thought, well, we're going to release it at this price, and then Tweedledum, Trump, and today they're thinking, today is literally the day that he wants to invoke his tariffs again. Okay, so we got a lot of different Metroid. Yeah, we don't have a release date for Metroid Prime 4 yet. They said this year, but, So, there's one other thing that I want to cover about this, because I teased you earlier. I said I did do a little bit of cheating, and I wanted to look and see, because again, a lot of these, any of them, whether it's Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo, they don't typically mention accessibility stuff in their keynotes or their, directs or presentations. So I thought, let's see if the new Switch 2 website is live and see if they even remotely mention accessibility. I scrolled down their page. So I knew a couple. I didn't read anything about like the new features, but I caught a couple of keywords as I was scrolling down and I looked at NVDA or with NVDA. But near the bottom of their page, they did have an accessibility page, and I clicked on it. And I did take a quick sneak peekaroo. And we're going to load up NVDA. No, but
Still, customize start. Nintendo
okay,
Switch 2.
So
Accessibility settings. Official site.
Accessibility settings official site, and I am absolutely going to tweet the hell out of this when put it on Blue Sky and Twitter when we're done recording here. But
customizable options to fit your play
I'm just going to mouse over things as we see them. I'll describe what we're looking at here. So we have the Switch in handheld mode, and we're at the Switch home screen. It looks a lot like the original Switch. Thankfully, they did say there's different color themes, so I'm assuming there'll be a dark theme because
still
that white screen, yuck.
Still settings.
Settings. So there does seem to be an accessibility menu now.
Text options.
Text options.
You can choose between 3 different options for text size, as well as enable bold text.
Bold text as an option, as well as text size. Kudos.
You can choose between button mapping. You can change the button mapping on each controller to your liking. Save your favorite settings and use them anytime.
Okay.
You can also choose to add button mapping as an option in quick settings. Hold the home button.
Okay, so you can add that to quick settings. That's nice.
On each controller. Display colors.
Display colors.
You can change the colors the system uses. There are 3 options: grayscale, invert colors, or no change. You can also enable high contrast to increase the screen contrast for the home menu or system settings.
Okay, that's good. High contrast.
Screen zoom feature.
That was on the original Switch.
Quickly press the home button on the controller twice to enlarge the screen display.
Okay, same gesture for that. That's good. That's familiar.
Volume level. Volume level. Mono audio. You can change the audio to monaural output. Volume level.
Yep, okay, so that'll help deaf and hard of hearing or people with hearing impairments. And look at this.
Text to speech. This feature reads out on-screen text in the home menu and system settings. In addition to on-screen text, the feature reads out information that assists with operations, such as the cursor's position. You can also set different voice types, reading speeds, and volume levels.
So that is very, very much welcome. Now what I wonder, they say
this feature reads out on-screen text in the home menu and system settings.
Home menu and system settings. Now they didn't say anything about the eShop, because your Xbox and your PlayStation 5, they work on the dashboards, their home screens, but they also work in the PlayStation Store or on the Xbox Store app, although Sony still doesn't know how to label their damn images. So we do have text-to-speech menu narration, which is huge. I'm not going to get my hopes up too far because, again, they didn't say anything about the eShop. Like, can I go to the eShop? Does that count as, part of their home screen? Because they say home screen and settings, which will get you a long way. Like, once I have the games, I can, probably manage my data. I can adjust all my other settings. That's great. But like I said, especially if, I guess if you bought physical games, you could just put them in the cartridge slot and then you could get at them that way. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of digital only games, because not everything is going to come on cartridge. You're either going to have to get your big AAA games that way, or there'll be like limited run games, that will launch. You get like the limited run that'll come out on Xbox, PlayStation, or Switch. You may be able to get some smaller indie titles that way. But the point is, there's hope. They didn't have the magnification feature during the Switch launch. So they could add more to firmware updates. If people, again, this is something we're going to have to do a little bit more legwork on, do a little more research. And, again, when the Switch 2 comes out, if it is, in fact, only the home screen and settings, we really, really want to contact Nintendo and say, thank you. But can we get access to the eShop, because we need to be able to buy and download and redeem codes and pay, and we need to be able to do that. Am I going to be able to, if I when I turn the Switch on, am I going to be able to bring up the keyboard and bring up the narration and log into my Nintendo account? Is the on-screen keyboard interface going to work? Now, for all of these different features here, I had NVDA read them to you, but they do have I didn't watch any of these. That's why I wanted to wait for this video. But they do have little video clips. So let's...
text options.
Text options.
Clickable main landmark video player region play video button pause to volume level.
Okay, we got some boldness there.
Volume level.
Ooh, that gets really nice and big.
Volume level. Volume level.
Shut up.
Volume level.
Yeah, let me kill NVDA real quick here. Yeah, let's play that again. So small. We got bold text. Oh man, that is giant. Hell yeah. Give me a dark theme though. Okay, so this next one is, I forget what it is. We'll find out. Oh, the Joy-Con stuff. Okay. Yeah, I definitely do not like this light theme at all. Embrace the darkness. Embrace the dark side. Yeah, see your customization stuff. Okay. There was something here. I think this was the one about like the color modes. Ah, there we go. But I think, see, I hope they have a dark mode and not just invert, because I would be more likely to use a dark mode, because I'm guessing invert is also going to invert all of like your box arts and stuff. But the point is, we do at least have, if they don't just have like a dark theme. I mean, the Switch 1 does. You would have to imagine they would. But they do have, that's good though. At least there is a way to get dark if I need it. And this one was, what was this one again? This was, oh, the zoom. Yeah. Okay, you can get really nice and large. That's good. Yep. That works the same way as the Switch. Pan around. Yep. I love that they don't just describe it. They have little video clips. That's really smart. Again, remember when I talked in one of the recent videos about that recent ESA partnership between a lot of these game companies, and my surprise that Nintendo was a part of that group. So, again, they're a few years behind. People are inevitably going to complain. I'm going to hear a bunch of people whining and complaining on Twitter. Is the screen narration going to be perfect? Maybe not. Probably not. But the point is, at least Nintendo is starting to. They're trying. And again, they can add via firmware updates. Remember, magnification did not exist. Zoom did not exist during the Switch launch. But when it did, you damn right I made use of it. It was super helpful. Let's see, what was this one again? This one was... Oh, mono audio. Yeah. Okay, well, that one, there's really not much you can do. Let's see. Okay, text-to-speech here.
Text-to-speech. Use text-to-speech. On. Toggle button.
That's not terrible.
9 of 11. Reads out text content that appears on screen. Pressing one of the control sticks will restart the readout. Not all screens support screen reader functionality.
Oh no.
Voice type. Type 1. Button. 10 of 11.
Not all screens support text-to-speech.
Type 1. Selected. Button. Vertical list. 1 of 2. Type 2. Not selected. Button. 2 of 2.
Text-to-speech. Voice type. Type 2. Button. Vertical list.
It's definitely compressed. It's definitely, I wish they had a little bit higher quality, because it is definitely, you can tell it's a little bit lo-fi, a lot of compressed audio, but it's there. I want to replay that, because listen to what it said. It said, click one of the sticks to replay, but then listen right after.
Text-to-speech. Use text-to-speech. On. Toggle button. Vertical list. 9 of 11. Reads out text content that appears on screen. Pressing one of the control sticks will restart the readout. Not all screens support screen reader functionality. Voice type. Type 1. Button. 10 of 11.
So...
Type 1. Selected. Button. Vertical list. 1 of 2.
Yeah, that voice isn't that
Type
bad.
2. Not selected. Button. 2 of 2.
Text to speech. Voice type. Type
I mean, that one isn't horrible, but it's way more, it sounds way more compressed than the female voice. So here's my thing is that part where they said not all screens is going to support it. I have a feeling we're going to be at the stage of the PlayStation 4 where I'm curious how many, like, maybe, you know, with the main menus, maybe you'll get text to speech, but maybe when you go into something, you know, a deep enough menu, like maybe your memory card management or your SD card management or whatever, will that speak? I don't know, because that was my biggest frustration. You had the Xbox that basically narrated everything with narrator. And then on the PS4, your higher level menus would be narrated, but then every time you go into a submenu, text to speech is not supported on this screen. And then you would say bad words and be like, really, guys? So, I mean, it's too early to say how comprehensive that this menu narration text to speech will be. At least it's there. They could potentially update it with firmware. And I genuinely hope that they do. Because that's the type of feedback that they do need to take into account. Not just for general because it's the right thing to do, but like, well, with the US, who knows, with the clown show that's in office right now, but especially with like the EU, and they, you know, they're really clamping down on different restrictions and requirements for different things, and accessibility has been a hot thing there as well. So, like I said, I have a feeling it's going to be. I have a feeling it's not going to be perfect. But I will give them credit for starting, and I'm very thankful. I'm very tempted. Like before, it's like, boy, do I even pre-order? Because I don't, again, like, I love the bigger screen, but you already made a Switch OLED, so like, why didn't you just make an OLED version and make it shiny and good? Well, I know exactly why, because in a year or two, they're going to be like, hey, guess what? We now have the Switch 2 Pro or the Switch 2 OLED. And you can get idiots like me to be like, must have shiny object. And then I'll want one of those. And so it's like, I want to wait for the inevitable mid-tier upgrade that Nintendo usually does. But at the same time, I really want to check out and I want to cover this accessibility, especially since they said, you know, they had a quick demo of menu narration. I want to know if it's going to be PS4 level. Will it be PS5 level? Will it be Xbox One or Xbox Series level? Will it support the eShop? I have a sneaking suspicion that it won't, because you would think that if it did, they would say it, but I would absolutely love to be wrong on this one. And, you know, I know Nintendo releases regular firmware updates, as does every system, but I just hope that they don't, because again, PS4, yeah, they had their text-to-speech, but they really didn't expand on it until the PS5. They're just like, no, PS5 will make it better, but if I fired up my PS4 today, we would still very regularly run into the top level menus being narrated and then going in and being like, oh, text-to-speech doesn't work here. Son of a bitch. So yeah, that is the Nintendo Direct. The Switch 2. We have a release date, June 5th. That's coming up in a couple days over 2 months. We don't have a launch price. And I really genuinely wonder if it's because of all the stupidity going on in the White House and having to figure out importing and tariffs and how, if they have any stock in the United States and stuff so far. I mean, the thing with Nintendo is that they've always been a family-friendly system. You know, yeah, they have mature games, but if you're looking at a system for your kids, like, yeah, there's a lot of tech in here, and there's a lot of games that are for core gamers, but like, I can't imagine, you know, especially if you want to get it for your kids, with all the tech in it, I could see $400. I could see $400. Going any higher than that, I understand that, yeah, they might want to do that just to, you know, because Nintendo always loves to sell their system where they make a profit right out of the gate, not like, oh, you got to wait a while until, you know, the system gets cheap enough and then they can start making a profit like Microsoft or Sony does. But, you know, if you're, you know, are you going to spend, you know, especially I don't know how strong these magnets are going to be for the Joy-Cons. You know, a system that's going to be in handheld or docked form, you know, do you want to spend $400 and, you know, have your younger kids not take care of it? You know, even, you know, like what do they call it? The Switch Lite seemed like a pretty good thing because it was a fair bit cheaper, and people said it seemed to be really rugged, kind of sturdy. You could bash the hell out of the thing and it would be okay. But I don't know, $450, $500, that almost seems like too much. If you are targeting the whole family, you got Mario Kart, you got Donkey Kong, and then you have to pay a Switch Online or Switch Online, Plus. You know, you still have that tiered Switch Online service. So, I don't know. As far as the games, I mean, Mario Kart, I'm very intrigued about it. Again, the whole, like, I want to know what the racetracks, the courses are going to be like, because, you know, I hope it's not like, oh, you have, you know, a half a dozen different routes and you have to know exactly where to go. You could get totally off track. And, you know, like, because like Burnout Paradise, you had to get from one part of the city to another, and you could go any way you wanted, but you still had to vaguely know where they wanted you to go, because each race could be, what do they have, like 5 or 6 key destinations that these races would funnel you toward. 24 racers, all the power-ups, of course, the free roam. Like, a lot of it I like. I think a lot of it will be cool. The Donkey Kong game, I definitely want to learn more about that, because I'm sure it'll be platforming, but, you know, this really, it seemed like there was a lot of focus on breaking things, bashing things, punching things, the whole destructibility. I'm all about that, man. Give me a little bit of platforming, but a lot of punching dudes, breaking things in the world. Yeah, that looked pretty dang good. no new Zelda, no new Mario games. We have the remaster, the upgrade ones that you can get if you want to play the Switch 2 versions of the other Zelda games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You have Wind Waker coming to the GameCube online if you have the Switch Plus subscription. And like I said, I'm torn. It's really good, and it's cool to have the original, but like I said, I would really... The one that they released on the Wii U, they had it wasn't the GameCube original. I wonder if it'll be the core GameCube one, or if they will have the modified HD version, because it would make sense more to have that, because it was already HDified, and like I said, it cleaned up. There was a part toward the end of the game where you were just doing a lot of this treasure hunting and busy work. You had to go to this Tingle Tower and talk to this dingnut and go get all these little treasure pieces, and I guess they streamlined that in the HD version. So my guess is that it's probably just going to be a straightforward, simple, kind of like what they've been doing for the other Switch Online systems so far. But at least we will have Wind Waker. The core game is still fun. It still looks. The art style is still amazing. It's a fun game. Some really good dungeons. Of course, we can play all of our Super Nintendo, and we can play our Link to the Past. We can play our Minish. I really want to go back and play Minish Cap again. The Oracle games or Ages and Seasons are there. I think even Link's Awakening is on there, on the Game Boy one. You had a couple RPGs. That weird sort of, was it like the weird racing game where you're using the mouse, Dragon Drive? That looked kind of interesting. The kind of weird vehicle basketball game, that looked kind of neat. I think that Switch Tour thing, that seems like something that should not be paid, and it better not be more than like $5, because if it's just like, oh, here's some tour about your system and maybe a few mini games, that should be a pack in. I'm totally fine with them having that, but that they better not charge much for it, is what I'm saying, unless there's a way more content in there than they told us or than we know about. There's a lot of games, games that could not run on the original Switch, like Cyberpunk 2077. No way in hell. Elden Ring. So there's a lot of games, and even a couple upcoming, like Tony Hawk 3 and 4. That's great. So there's a lot of games, like recent releases, upcoming releases. I wonder if Doom: The Dark Ages is going to eventually come, like if that comes beyond the Xbox and PC. But there's a lot of games that were just like, oh yeah, okay, well that's going to be on Switch 2. Your 2K games, your Hogwarts Legacy. I already played a lot of those. I tried Elden Ring. I beat Hogwarts Legacy on PC. It's a good thing to have, don't get me wrong. But it was a pretty strong showing. You're going to have a lot of meaty content. You're going to have some family-friendly stuff. You're going to have some M-rated stuff. That Mach-N X thing, or what is it? Whatever that weird mech thing was, that looked kind of cool. I'm trying to remember if that came... There was a Switch title of that, but I think that also came to PC, but I haven't grabbed it yet, I don't think. Yeah, there was that, the Mario Party thing. I wish I knew how much the Switch upgrades were gonna be. Let me just do one more quick. Nintendo.com. I'm just curious if, yeah, so there's your direct. Let me fire up NVDA again real quick. I just want to see.
Game chat altogether. Anytime. Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Switch 2.
Nintendo Fun. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Time to refresh your user icon. SAGA Frontier 2 Remastered. Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. Ripped of the Necro Dancer.
Oh, I want to look that up because that seems like it could be kind of fun, but those games are always hard.
Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch. My Nintendo Store.
My Nintendo.
How to buy Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch Family. Ask the developer. Nintendo Switch 2 launches June 5th at $449.99, bringing new forms of game communication to life.
Oh, $449. We do have a price.
Ask the developer. Volume 16.
So
Nintendo Switch 2 launches June.
Are they gonna? Is it gonna be 500 then? If they do the let me click on this because
console. Nintendo.
What about they said there was gonna be the regular and then the digital Mario Kart pack-in.
System provides powerful new hardware. Discover Remage and Joy-Con 2 controllers, each of which can now be used as a mouse in compatible games and that snap to the system with magnetic connectors.
Yeah.
Experience the system's powerful with its new features that expand the possibilities of gaming experiences. I truly believe that Nintendo Switch 2 is a leap forward in our journey of putting smiles on the faces of everyone. That Nintendo Switch 2 comes with the following: Nintendo Switch 2 console, Joy-Con 2 controllers, Joy-Con 2 grip, Joy-Con 2 straps.
Oh, so they do have the grip. I think that's the thing you put in the middle.
Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Ultra high-speed HDMI cable. Nintendo Switch 2 AC adapter. USB-C charging cable.
Okay.
Race into Nintendo Switch 2 with the Nintendo Switch 2. Bundle for a race into Race into Nintendo Switch 2 with the Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Kart World. Bundle for a suggested retail price of $499.99 in the United States, which includes a system and a download code for the.
Ooh, fuck me. Yeah, boy.
Bundle for a suggested retail price of $499.
I can afford it, and a lot of people probably can, but again, if you're looking at buying something for little Timmy, that's a lot of money. That's, it used to be like 300 was kind of, you're like, okay, yeah, we're going to buy a family system. Boy, even if you buy the base system, you still got to buy a game. So no matter what, even if you buy a physical or you buy the digital bundle, you're still going to be spending. I wonder how much Mario Kart, if you bought the physical cartridge, if they're going to charge $60-$70 for that, so you're better off getting the digital code. Because if you bought physical, you might even be spending $400 or $520. Owie. That's...
Today's Nintendo Direct presentation featured a broad variety of hardware details, system features, and games coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 system, both from Nintendo and its publishing partners.
Oofda.
Game chat enables new ways to play socially.
Yeah, let me go back because Nintendo, I want to see.
Official site. Nintendo Switch 2 launches June 5th at $449.99, bringing new forms of game Nintendo Switch Family. My Nintendo Store. How to buy Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch Family link. Nintendo Switch.
Is there a place we can pre-order to know?
Store. Register your interest to buy from My Nintendo Store. Sign in with your Nintendo account and register your interest in purchasing a Nintendo Switch 2 system and select accessories from the official My Nintendo Store. We'll be in touch with an invitation email once it's your turn to shop.
So I wonder if that's how I wonder when if they're gonna do that ahead of time, or if there's gonna be a separate thing for other retailers, because they said something about wanting to combat scalpers, which is always a huge problem, especially with Nintendo stuff.
Sign in with your Nintendo account and open to Nintendo account holders in the US and Canada, who are at least 18 years old. If you are eligible, an invitation email will be sent to the email address associated with your Nintendo account when it is your time to purchase. The invitation will be valid for 72 hours. Invitation emails will be prioritized on a first-come, first-served basis to registrants who have purchased a Nintendo Switch Online membership
So I already
with a minimum of
pissed
12
away a
months
lot
of
of
paid
time on
membership and a
that.
minimum of 50 total gameplay hours, as of April 2nd, 2025. Once invitation emails have been sent to all registrants meeting the priority criteria, invitations will be sent to open to Nintendo account holders in the US and Canada who are at least 18 years old. If you are eligible, an invitation email will be sent to the email address associated with your Nintendo account when it is your time to purchase. The invitation will be valid for 72 hours.
Right.
Invitation emails will be prioritized on a first-come, first-served basis to registrants who have purchased a Nintendo Switch Online membership with a minimum of 12 months of paid membership and a minimum of 50 total gameplay hours, as of April 2nd, 2025.
Okay,
Once
well
invitation
that I
emails
do.
have been sent to all registrants
So yeah, they're
meeting
trying to get
priority
rid of.
criteria, invitations will be sent to remaining eligible registrants on a first-come, first-served basis.
Right. So okay, they're going to prioritize people who, like, you can't just create a dummy account and try to swoop in and steal it from people who actually want to play the game. I can fully appreciate that, actually.
Invitations are non-transferable and will be sent to the email address associated with the Nintendo account that registered interest in purchasing Nintendo Switch 2. Optional accessories will be available to purchase alongside your system. For system and each accessory,
Well, I'm definitely
limit
going to
one
have to
purchase per
sign
eligible
in
Nintendo account during
and
the
at
invitation
least
period.
put my name into the queue to say that I'm interested. Whether I'll follow through, I'll have to decide. But yeah, I should definitely do that.
Check back soon for retailer availability.
Ah, okay. Retailability.
Make your pick. You won't be able to change your system selection once registered.
Ah, okay.
Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart World Bundle.
Uh-huh.
Nintendo Switch 2 system. The next evolution of Nintendo Switch.
No, I would do the
Nintendo
bundle.
Switch, main landmark. Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart 400 and limited time production through fall 2025. Available while supplies last. The next evolution of Nintendo includes full game $499.90.
500 smackaroos. Ooh. Well, guys, that is kind of what I've got for you. We went a long time, but I did a tiny little bit of speculation up front just to see what I was hoping for or expecting. We went through the event, gave my thoughts. I'm excited for the system. They got some cool looking games. I was hoping they would have a few more first party things, like even teasing like a Mario Odyssey sequel or something. Maybe, like a new F-Zero, or, well, I mean, we already had Mario Kart, so maybe not another racing game, but, just maybe some of their, we guess we got Mario Kart, we've got Metroid, we've got Donkey Kong, we've got a Kirby thing. I guess it's not too bad. And a lot of third-party stuff, like mentioning stuff like that, so that's okay. Yeah, like I said, it's the whole, are they going to do a OLED version in the next year or two that's going to make me regret buying at launch again? 256 gigabytes is not a lot of storage. Especially look at a game like if you bought a digital version of Cyberpunk, good luck. That'll probably eat up most of your space there. I guess they have these these high speed SD Express cards,
limited
but
time
still,
time production through fall 20.
I don't know. So there's just, I'm very, again, I really want to know more about the advertised accessibility, because that's really, really what I wanted to know. And at least we're going to have a base line to work from. And again, so we're all just going to have to, we're going to have to support with our wallets. And we are going to have to send some constructive emails, especially once we find out how much or how little the menu narration text-to-speech does work. And advocate for more updates, just like they update it with new features for everybody else. There's nothing to say that they can't or shouldn't improve their text-to-speech over time, because I hope they don't pull up Sony and just keep the base level of their PS4 until their next system, because that's probably, at least their new system is probably another 7-8 years away. So Whew. Anyway, that's where we're going to wrap up the Switch stuff. One final thing I wanted to mention was they did release, unfortunately I wasn't invited, but Bethesda did invite quite a few people to take a look at Doom the Dark Ages, and I've seen a fair bit more of at least a few clips of Doom footage, and boy, it looks real good. I'm really interested. There's like it's a little bit like it's slower in a way, but it seems almost more impactful. Like there's for the big enemies, it almost feels like you're doing a duel. You use your guns, you use your spiky shield, you can get like a flail type or like one of those ball and chain weapon things. But like you're like standing your ground and just wailing the shit out of each other. There's areas where you're in these giant mech things and just punching and shooting the crap out of things and wrecking walls and gates. And the dragon stuff, I don't know that I'm sold on that as much. It looks cool, but there could be some visual issues there. Curious about the accessibility, but it seems a lot more grounded as far as you have some mobility, but you're not going to be super acrobat everywhere like you were in Doom Eternal. And to me, that's a good thing because
the next evolution of
the
Nintendo
platforming
Switch
was my least favorite part of Doom Eternal. Like, yeah, I did struggle with the Marauder. But it was really the platforming and being able to see where to go sometimes that was really difficult. That's where I still really love Doom 2016. And then of course the whole launch day breakup fiasco, that really ruined things for me too. So that won't happen this time. But yeah, it was just some of the mechanics in Eternal versus 2016 that just didn't click with me as much. I totally respect Eternal for what it does. It's an amazing game, but it just didn't click with me as much with some of the mechanics and some of my life events that happened around it. But boy howdy, this Doom the Dark Ages looks mighty fine. And if I haven't gone on for like an hour and a half already, I would totally pull up some footage for you and we'd take a look at a little bit of it. But we've been going on for a long time, and I want this to be primarily all about Nintendo Day, and I've taken a little bit longer lunch than I really wanted to, so I got to get back to work. I'm going to upload this video and share it, and I will also share the link to that page with the accessibility features, and I am going to put myself on the waiting list to say that I'm interested in a Switch 2 for just in case. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. You can follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, Blue Sky at Illegally Cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.